Hello students, hope you are doing well. So here we have a text and the text gives us the direction that the direction for question is there is a passage below which is accompanied by a set of questions. What we need to do, we need to choose the best answer to each question. Now look at the text. So the text gives us the idea about uh, West. So how West dissolves the distinction between nature and culture, right? So with the climate crisis and widespread pollution challenging the idea of pristine nature, the author also stated about West is not just a byproduct, right? Um, but it is integral to culture, forming the defining material of the contemporary era, the West Age. And the author also stated historical material ages from the Stone Age to the Information Age and witness an exponential increase in material consumption rather than dematerialization. Isn't it? Terms like Anthropocene, or the age of human driven planetary change, right? And capitalocene, right? So highlight the geological and economic dimensions of the West issue. So the West is presents an opportunity for a radical shift towards more sustainable practices by recognizing the, you can say that scale of the crisis. So that's what the idea about the text. Our main idea of the text. Let's go for the question. So the question points out that which of the following, if true, would weaken the argument. So we find out a kind of a critical reasoning based questions where it has been asked about weakening the argument in the passage. And what is that? Weakening to the argument that is called the West is a defining material of our time. West is a defining material of our time. Let's see that means the each of the option and try to draw like what does this option point out here. So the first option says West production is expected to decrease in the coming years due to advancements in recycling technologies. Now if I look at the means option one, which is indicating about the West production is expected to decrease in the coming years due to advancements in recycling technology. So it is one that could potentially weaken the argument, isn't it? Weaken the argument. Uh, and it suggests that waste production is nothing but called as a waste production may decrease in may decrease, you can say that in the future, which contradicts the idea that waste is defining our time. Right. So which one is pointing here? It is stated that weakening the argument. And when we talk about weakening the argument, we find out waste production is expected to decrease in the coming years due to advancement in recycling technology. Now, this one can weaken to the argument called as a waste is a defining material of time. So why? Because it suggests that waste production may decrease in the future, which contradicts the idea that waste is defining our time. So therefore, this can be called as a weakening statement. Now look at the other options. So we considered that option one would be one of the answers which could means justify here. But look at the other options, whether anyone better than that. So the second option said the majority of people are not concerned about the impact of waste on the environment. Now it doesn't directly weaken the argument, but could be indirectly relevant if it indicates a lack of public concern for waste. However, it doesn't directly address whether waste is a defining material of our time. So therefore, we consider option two cannot be better than one and also cannot be relevant. So look at the option three. Waste has no significant impact on ecosystems and human health. If I look at the option three, which is a contrary to established knowledge about the environmental and health impacts of waste. However, it doesn't directly weaken the argument regarding whether waste defines our time or not. So therefore, option three also eliminated. Option 4 stated historical records indicate that previous civilizations also produced significant amount of waste. Now, if I look at the option 4, doesn't directly weaken the argument in the passage because it discusses historical records, isn't it? What does it say? Historical records. which are not necessarily relevant to the current era. Hence, we can consider option 4 also eliminated. So 2, 3, 4 are eliminated for the region given there, right? Option 1 is the appropriate one, which is most appropriate one, which is weakening to the argument in the passage, and the argument which is known as a West is defining material of our time. It goes against of that, right? So therefore, we consider this weaken the argument. I hope the question's answer is understood to you. That's all. Thank you.